Well, during this unprecedented time of social distancing, quarantines, and isolation, the USO's mission of strengthening service members by keeping them connected to family, home, and country is more critical than ever. Joining us now is Alan Reyes. He is the Chief Operating Officer of the USO. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks very much for having me.
So tell us, how has this pandemic affected those in the military and their families?
The pandemic has been very difficult for people around the world, but particularly for our service members and their families. They already live in very stressful environments, being deployed halfway around the world away from their family, or they might be military family members moving around the United States and overseas dozens of times. The COVID-19 pandemic adds stress on top of that already pretty stressful environment. The challenges of moving around have become very difficult. Some of our spouses in the military, they've had some challenges with their employment. It's been a very difficult time for all of our service members and their families. The USO is here to strengthen and connect them, and we've been doing that in times of peace and war for 80 years, and we're doing it especially now in this time of this COVID-19 pandemic.
Can you tell us a little bit about the response measures that the USO has taken at home and abroad?
Absolutely. As an example, I think folks know about the tragic circumstances on board USS Theodore Roosevelt, with many thousands of sailors having to come off that ship onto Guam as they dealt with the pandemic outbreak on board the aircraft carrier. Our USO Guam team was there to support our service members that were off the ship, being cared for in quarantine, helping provide food and care packages and ways to connect back home to their families and their loved ones to make sure that they're okay. Back here in the US, our airport centers have had to, temporarily suspend operations and limit operations because of the travel restrictions. So we're taking those same center opportunities to relate with and serve our service members and families with virtual programs. So we're able to deliver great connecting programs with entertainers like the Chainsmokers and Martha Stewart and the cast from CBS SEAL Team to be able to provide some great connection and unique experiences for our service members and their families.
And how are donations working to support military families during this pandemic?
The USO is a nonprofit. We're not part of the government, so we rely on the generosity of millions of people around the United States to support our mission. And so donor dollars are more important now than ever. We, through the course of 2020, will send out 150,000 or more care packages around the globe, a lot of them to support our COVID-19 responding forces here in the US and overseas. We're supporting our mobile programs, supporting National Guard troops that are supporting state efforts across the United States, and donor dollars are helping make all those things happen.
And I, like most of our viewers, I'm sure, are wondering how we can support the USO's critical mission and express appreciation for our troops at this time. Where should we go and what should we do?
Well, if you want to learn more about how we are supporting our troops and their families and how you can help, please go to uso.org/coronavirus. There's great information there about all those programs and services that we're delivering today and ways that individuals can help us do that.
Alan Reyes, thank you so much for all of this that you're doing, and the USO, of course, and we'll be right back with more Midday Maryland right after this. Stay tuned.